China is cracking down on beef imports and says it's ready to slap Australia with an additional 55% tariff in the coming days. Australia has already reached 90% of an annual beef import quota that China introduced at the start of the year. Andrew Cox is the General Manager of Meat and Livestock Australia and joins us now from Singapore. Andrew, hello to you.
Hi Roz, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So what's your reaction to the news about this extra tariff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've known that it's coming for some time. The safeguard quota has been set some way below the level of demand for Australian beef in China. Australian beef is very popular in China. Just before Christmas, the Chinese government set safeguard quotas for all importing nations. Ours has been set a little lower than our 2025, almost $1 billion Australian lower than our 2025 exports. So we've known it's coming, and Chinese buyers have brought forward a lot of their purchasing this year. So as you said, we're at 90% now, plus product on the water means that we're about to hit the safeguard. And of course, exporters are very nimble and looking to make arrangements with other markets, etc., and continue supplying China where possible.
Yeah. So how would this extra tariff change costs and bottom lines?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. It's the first year of a 3-year tariff. So I guess the trade is watching and waiting. There's been a lot of discussion. I was in Shanghai just a week ago. Chinese buyers are very keen to continue buying Australian beef. Our product is very popular in China. We've got wonderful customers. Our exporters have invested. The industry has invested in programs to build that demand and the reputation for Australian beef. So, of course, 55% tariff economically is very large and will certainly lead to a change in the volumes that are going into the market. So they'll be looking at other markets, of course, but at the same time, we're certainly looking to keep supporting those Chinese customers through to the end of the year, and obviously the quota resets again next year.
Yeah. So how reliant on China are beef farmers?
China's our second largest market for beef most recently, but we are very diversified in the beef sector. We've got demand across the world. We've got North American demand is extremely strong. Japan and Korea, always large buyers of Australian beef. And we have increasing demand, of course, in Southeast Asia. So last year was a record for Australian beef exports and a record to many different nations, such as Thailand and Canada and United Kingdom. So we do have diversified demand, and the beef that we're producing will be sold, of course. But of course, we don't like the challenges of large tariffs. We prefer free and fair trade. We're a very small part of the Chinese beef industry, but we do occupy, I guess, that premium and chilled beef segment, which has been built with Australian beef. So it's very valuable to the Australian beef sector, but we do have plenty of other markets to send our beef to.
Okay. But the current quota to China is a lot lower than previous levels, is it?
Correct, yes. So last year we sent around 300,000 tonnes of Australian beef to China, but the safeguard quota was set at 205,000 tonnes. So some way below, mainly because of the reference period that they used when setting the safeguards. So Australia's will fill. Brazil also has a quota that is likely to fill later in the year. So that's one to watch for the beef sector is Brazilian beef also will be subject to that 55% tariff and will be looking for a home in other markets.
Has there been pushback from the federal government against this new tariff, Andrew?
Yeah, certainly at government to government level. I know it's been raised at the highest levels by our government alongside other nations that are subject to this tariff. But the Chinese, of course, they've initiated this safeguard in order to, in their view, protect local farmers from imports. As I said, we're only 6 to 8% of those imports. So it's certainly not an impost from Australia. It's mostly from other nations, but the impact is upon all importing nations. So for now, we've just got to deal with what's in front of us. And as I said, it's a 3-year imposition, and we'll just see how it plays out into the following months and years.
Okay, Andrew Cox, thank you so much for your time.